Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. The last one that we worked on, the squirrel, at the end of part 2 we came in here and did the stenciling with distressed ink, and we put it down the middle, which worked out pretty good. I wasn't sure that was going to work. And after we finished the little hedgehog, I took some distressed linen, antique linen, and put it just around his body. What else we'll do when we finish the rabbit, I don't know. But as I've said before, I like doing 2 pages, even if they're totally different, doing them in the same colors, even if I add a little more or whatever, but so that it just kind of blends when you open up the page, that you're looking at something that's pleasant to look at. And as you flip through your color book, it just kind of gives it a nice look. So what we're going to do is we're going to work today on this little rabbit. And let's see if I can move it closer. Okay, I think that's close enough. Let me get my other light on so there's enough light. Okay. That should be pretty good. Okay. All right, with our little rabbit, I had gotten some of this into here, but I think it'll be okay when I was trying to erase it and it left a little. I think I got it off. Okay, so we're going to start kind of the same way that I did on our little friend over here. We're going to kind of do the same thing here. So I'm going to pull the beige sienna, and we're going to start by just coloring in again around his little mouth, since this is the way that our beautiful artist, and she is a beautiful lady, isn't she? Just gonna fill it in. And before I forget, I want to take my pink. Where's my pink? And I'm going to put just a little pink on the corner of his mouth here. We're going to call that his little cheek. So I'm not pressing hard, I'm pressing lightly, and we are using Prismacolors. And we're just going over this whole area, over the pink, so it kind of blends in. Because when you put a light color down, it does help to keep an area lighter. Okay. So then we're going to move into I'm going to put all my little brown pencils. I pulled out all my browns, red browns, a little bit of oranges. But the oranges we'll use more in a little bit in the leaves. So this one is light umber. And I'm just going to start by, instead of coloring him in, I'm just going to start pulling little hairs. I looked up a picture of a bunny, and he was kind of brown. And I'm just going to give this a shot and see what it turns out like. I want to kind of come out of the lines so that it looks like you can see. I was just looking at his ear, and it's just a leaf. I don't know if I like that. I might have to draw that in. I'll take a number 5 micro pen and fill that in. More like this one. We'll see. It kind of shocked me. I don't know why I didn't notice that. You see how I'm just kind of hitting and pulling up and letting it just, and then we'll come in with another color. And fill in another spot. Let me put a little rubber thing on the end of my pencil. It looks like we might be here just a little bit. These really help cushion your hand if you color a lot. And other colorists probably don't need it at all. See how it's just starting to make him kind of look like a fuzzy bunny. And in here we don't have to do that. We'll just kind of fill in. And the reason I didn't put in a background, a soft background, is because I want these lines to show, is my thought on this. I just want it to feel like he's a little fuzzy bunny. But I definitely want to come out from underneath those lines. So it gives that effect, if you can see it on the camera. I'm trying not to hit my leaves there. Now, I haven't done this on anything else, so this is live. If it fails, it fails. If it works out, it works out. My theory is, give it a shot. You don't know what you can do until you try it. So I kind of want to come down into all of this and just keep making lines. because this is his body. I know on the hedgehog I didn't. I just used the distress ink to kind of pull it together. But I think on this one I'm going to fill some of this in like we're doing. And we'll see how this works. We'll use another color to come back in. You gotta remember, don't make my strokes too long, because he's a little short-haired bunny. I did look up the red squirrel that I did on the last video, and I was trying to make his little hair on his ears long like I had seen, and I looked up, and that was exactly, and some of them had even really long hair just poking up out of their ears. They were quite funny looking little, if you're not used to seeing that, they look kind of funny. You just want to kind of smile like, oh my gosh. I wonder why God thought he needed some long fuzzy ears. Well, it's going to be interesting. I've seen a few that are specializing in animals, and oh my goodness, they make them look exactly real. That would be my goal, to work that into something that actually looked very, very real. Now, what color should we go into? I don't know whether to go lighter or darker. Let's try the Sierra Brown, which I won't press hard again. I'll just keep. If this works, it doesn't take that long to do this. The little brown, that bunny that I looked at, they were kind of all different colors, almost like a wild bunny would look like. There's some that had different colors, different spots. I just wanted to try one with. The worst we have to do is erase the out of the lines and fill them in. But you don't gain anything by not trying. I don't know if I like it or not like it. It's kind of like hold your breath. Is this going to work or not work? I'll just keep going, and then we'll add another color in here. Maybe a darker color like that French 90% or something. Good thing we're not having to do his whole body, huh? We're just kind of filling in. As we go along. Well, keep going, don't give up. That's why that one book, if you saw the video I made last night on all my books, the one where the one page is done for you, and then you have to try and match up the other page by painting or coloring it in. And I think that would be a great one to teach you to start looking at colors and trying to see things in a different way. Because to just look at something and say, oh, this has got this color and that color in it, I can do that a little bit, but I'm not that good at it yet. Hopefully, I will get better and better at it. I remember when I first started painting, I would just gaze at the sky or the mountains or something, and I would just look to see, and I still do because I have a hard time with clouds, trying to make a sky with pretty clouds. I've come closer with the pencils than I have with the acrylics or with watercolors. Well, he's kind of coming together, so what other color shall we use? I see, where is that? I know I pulled it and put it in here. So this is this one it? Yeah, this is 70%. Let me sharpen this one. I'm going to sharpen. Let's try this 70%. 1074. French gray. The 90% is really dark. And we might use that one a little bit in areas that we want to darken. How much I'm going to make him look real, I don't know. But we're trying. You never give up, just keep trying. Go up here and come down. And we'll have to come back in and try his ears. It's that line that's kind of throwing me. If it wasn't so dark, I should have lightened it up, is what I should have done. With a white pen. This may or may not look right because of that. And maybe we need to bring in a lighter color next. Because a lot of times when you come back through with a lighter color, it kind of blends things also together. Which holds true for coloring. Just trying to get down in between these leaves without coloring the leaves. Our weather's starting to warm up. Is it starting to warm up where you guys are? Boy, this sure a weird winter all over the place. It's kind of taken shape. Again, if it wasn't for that dark line. And the worst we'd have to do is come back and just take the edging out if I don't like it. Just erase the hair that's going on the outside. I don't know how much it'll come off, but we'll find out. Because I definitely don't like it with that line in there. It is looking like hair. Let's get the eraser out and see where, oh where, it is somewhere close. See if it's even going to take it off. It's not taking it all the way, but I definitely think it's a better option than what whoops, sorry, I shook you around. So I think we can just make some shadowing around the outside of him, and we can fix it. We can do anything we put our minds to. We give it a shot. Oops. Okay. And that's all that's left of that one. Let me get... I just think these things are amazing. There is... Let me see if I have my black eraser close. There it is. Okay, let's try this. Sometimes when all else fails, this thing works. And then they have one that is, and that's not going to work either. They have one that is almost like a little sandpaper, and it kind of takes the first layer of your paper off, though, and you just have to be careful with it. So I think that's about as close as we're going to get it. So I'm not sure that worked at all. So what is this the one we used? This is the one we used to begin with. I don't know if this will work, but let's try it. This is kind of a light peach. And we're just going to go... We're going to go in here and see what it does. Like blending. This all together. So it is kind of softening. And I'm not pressing hard because I don't want it to get real waxy, and I don't want to fold my tooth of my paper down to where it won't take any more layers. And that's pretty much what that means. And I kind of want to keep the different colors in him. So this is just kind of going in between the lighter colors. And filling in the little white spots. But not making him any darker. Well, he does look like he's got hair. We just have to fix this, which is pretty easy to, and just put like a little shadow around him. So now I'm just coming down in here and filling all of this the same way in. All the little spots, just making it kind of blend together. Now, if I was a professional, I'd know exactly what else to do to make it look better. I think once we do the green and do the outline of him. I don't know what color that is, but it's there. So, I guess what I'm thinking is, if I erased on that black line and went in there and tried to take a white, I don't know if I want to mess with that way. I think just maybe put a little bit of a shadow around him. Try to blend some of that together. And we'll work on it. I don't mind the way he looks with his hair, because it does kind of look like he's got hair. Let's come back in and reinforce some of this after we put the other color down. Fill in between the little leaves. And this is the Sierra Brown. Get it to stop bouncing. Hold it down a little more. So just come back in and because now we've got the whole background and all the little white spots pretty much covered up, and we lightened it up so we can just come in and reinforce his little pieces of hair. And I might try just making it a little bit more darker. I just like him. He looked kind of fuzzy. I'm going to do it again. I did put the light peach around the edge. So I'm just going to come back in with the red, which is darker, so it might. I think I'm liking that. Just kind of looks more Fuzzy. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. We don't want him to not have any hair. So I'm just hitting it and pushing up. But you can also hit it and pull down when you get into different areas. Just making quick little strokes is all I'm doing. Just keep working at it until it starts to look like what you're imagining it should look like. And I am pushing down a little more than I probably need to. I'm just pulling his little strokes of hair down. Am I holding the pencil back far enough? Sometimes you can't see what they're doing at all until they move their whole hand. You know what? I think it's starting to look, he's starting to look fuzzy like I wanted him to. What do you think? No, he's not a professionally done. Not that I know for sure that what I'm doing, but I'm trying. And I think he's starting to look kind of cute. I think I'm starting to get happy with him. And I know if I had just one more color, and what color would that be? Let's try the 90%. Let's just a little bit. I don't want to do too much in case I don't like it at all. So maybe just in a few spots. Darken behind his ear. I don't want this to be overpowering this color, but I do want it in there because that's what those little wild bunnies kind of look like. I'm just making sure I wasn't smearing color all over. On my video that I was talking about spraying with hairspray, somebody told me don't do that because after a long time it could turn your page yellow. So I did go online and I am ordering it payday, which is soon. And it's a non-yellowing. And I looked it up for your paper under different artists spray their papers with it. So I found the first can I found was $30 a can. I thought, yeah, that's why. Oh, look, it's really working. I think it's really working. Oh, I'm very pleased. He's starting to look. And he's not a wild bunny. He's an adventurous bunny. But anyway, as soon as I get it, I'll show you. It wouldn't come on Amazon, of course not. But that was like, I don't understand why they'll, I don't know. So I guess it's your state. I don't know what it is. You know what? This is starting to look right. I don't know if you can see the little hairs or not, but all the colors, all the layering, all the work has paid off. Bingo, huh? Woohoo! I don't know, do you get excited when things start finally turning out when you think it's not going to turn out at all? And that's what my artist friend said, Georgia, don't give up on a picture. Just think about it. Keep trying. And the main thing I've learned from all the good teachers here on YouTube is more layers, the better. And as you can see, this dark is just very lightly. It's not like the other ones where I filled in. You saw how I just, let's darken around his eyes. I don't know if it's a him or her. I'm suspecting it's a him. I'm very pleased. I'm very, very pleased. For now, I'm going to leave him. I think he looks, I'm very happy. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. Looks like hair. So we just got to do his legs and his ears. I'm still debating what to do, whether just to do the leaves or do an ear. Maybe I'll just do the leaves. I don't know yet. So I'm thinking we'll start on the leaves, and we're gonna just kind of look at it. I can't tell you how I am so tickled that we didn't give up and we kept trying and trying and trying. So I'm going to get a drink of my kombucha. I make my own, and it is good. And I put, when I'm brewing mine with my SCOBY, you make black tea in your SCOBY. You have to get somebody to give you a start, or you start your own. But I put some cloves, whole cloves, in mine, and I just love it. One time I put somebody was selling some organic, I'm thinking and doing colors, pulling colors, organic peach preserves off of their own trees. And oh my gosh, I put some of that in there. That was good stuff. That was some of my first ones. Okay, I'm going to try to copy this leaf here over here, these 3. I don't see another one. So, let's see if that's the color. I don't know if it is or it isn't, but here we go. If it isn't, it isn't. It'll be close enough. I think once we get his all the leaves done on his back, then we'll come back in and we'll do his legs and his ear, and it will give us a better perspective. Okay, I'm going to press hard coming down the spine of this so that it's just a little bit darker and push it out. And there. And it looks like I took this one and brought it in. I should give you colors, huh? This one is 1020, cerulean green. This must be my very favorite color because look how much littler it's getting than the rest of them. And this one is marine green. And then we're going to do the marine green on this other side. And we're going to put a touch of orange in there. Not a lot, just a touch. And then we'll take this darker green and we'll blend these two together. You can leave that white spot kind of in the center if you like. And you can just come back on this side and that's how they do that. By just going from side to side. I just took everything off my desk and cleaned it up. I think you run into that. Okay. So then I'm just going to take this lemon peel. Lemon peel is even my more favorite. I'm going to have to make me a list of what I'm going to need to order. But I want to get to the point where I get enough to where I don't have to pay shipping either. Amazon has spoiled us. But then I get movies and different things on Amazon. I found I don't even have cable TV. I have the internet, period. And I haven't for years. Because I really get tired of all of the commercials and the things that they, if you take this drug, it's going to do this and this to you, but you might like it. Okay, I think this is the one I used to go kind of in between. But YouTube's got a ton of Hallmark movies and all kinds of stuff. And their commercials are short and sweet. So I'm just going to come out. All the way to the end. And then I'm going to come back down this spine. And then I'm going to take my orange again. Am I sure this is the one? Seems like it's not quite as orange. Whoops, I broke the tip. That's kind of rare on Prisma, but let me sharpen it. Alright, so what I did is I just kind of came out here. Kind of up and down a little bit and then start just barely coming out. See how it's just up and down and then just kind of barely come out. And I did it here too. And I did it up here too, so I'm just trying to make a match from that side to this side. And I just want to make a lighter color. I think that's the lightest color I have. So I'm just looking over there to see what I did. And it looks like I just on the edges, very lightly. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, I don't know. But I'm gonna just put a little bit of this same green from the other side, very lightly on the very edges. Like that. Looks like maybe we did this a little darker. It's getting closer. We're getting there. So I'm just going to go back over this just a little bit to bring out where it's kind of gotten hidden. How's that? I think that looks okay. Okay, we're gonna say that's what I did. Okay, so we're gonna do this one here too, and we can kind of turn it just a little bit catty corner. I've tried putting tape on my desk so that I know exactly where I am and I'm not out of the camera. This all sure takes time to learn how to do all of this, doesn't it? Well, it's not as easy as it looks. You got to learn so many things. I think it took me 3 weeks just before I could even finally post anything. But I just think it's worth it because I'm enjoying this so much. And so many of you are liking it too, so that makes me happy. And I'm just visiting with my friends. When you think about it, I'm live. If everything gets messed up, you're going to see it. But somehow things always seem to come together if you just keep trying. If any of you watched my other video I put out about oh, I see what I missed. I put just a little bit. It was the orange I put on this side. But anyway, of all my color books, if there's anything you'd like me to color in and make a tutorial on it, just put it in the comments and I will do it. Because I do have quite a few books. And it might be something that you have that you'd like to just see. That's how I learn, is I just want to see what you did. And then I take what, somebody else did and incorporate it into what I do. And this reminds me of, if you can get on Pinterest, if you type in color palettes, you'll pull up a million color palettes. where you can see what they've done. They'll have just like the little paint chips. And you can pull pencils from your stash that are close. They don't even have to be, because your colors might be totally different, but you can start pulling out. I didn't leave enough room to pulling out those colors, and usually there's anywhere from 4 to 6 colors or more, and if you use those on a page, you're going to find that you've created a very beautiful color coordinated picture. So if you have trouble with your colors, and they're free, and I went to Home Depot to look for what they used to have, all the color charts and stuff, and I used to have a bunch of them, but I don't. They really do help you, and they give you ideas on what to do. I'm looking. This light is kind of hard to see. I'm just going to kind of fill this in. A little bit. I'm going to go back. Just remember, if you have trouble and your little white dots on your page are not filling in, go with a lighter color and then come back in with your color. And it does. It is amazing what it does do. It just quickly hides all of that, and you don't have to press hard. You just go over it and come back with your other color and go back over it, and you got it. I'm looking to see. We're almost an hour. I try to keep them under an hour. Right at it. This one we're just going to do a little bit. I think I am going to, off camera, finish his ears and his legs. Oh, now I know this little, what is it called? Dandelion with the seeds. It's his tail. How cute. I didn't even realize that. But I'm going to finish his legs, his ears, and a couple of these, anything, and leave one of each of the others, and we'll do his eye and figure out if we're going to do something different to finish off the page, the background, other than what I've done. I'll think about that, and so I will do the rest off camera. I will finish up some of it, and then we'll figure out what else. But I'm going to do it just like this one here. And I'm just so happy with the way he looks. It even kind of is, that black line just kind of is not even such a craziness. So, okay, we'll finish up this one tomorrow. And I probably this afternoon will work on the mushroom top and bottom because I need to get that done and get that sent to my daughter. So I'm going to do the sky on film, and it does take a lot. So I might do half of it and then film half, like the other half of the page, showing you how, because you just got to work and work and work lots of colors and around the clouds and how you do all that. And the bottom is just the grass and stuff. So we'll do that this afternoon too, and I'll get that out too. So I hope you're enjoying these. I hope you're liking these, and if like I said, anything you want that you saw in my books that I had a couple of other books besides what was on that. You already know I have Johanna Basford's Basford books for those. So at any page, anything, if you just tell me, I will work that into making a tutorial coloring them. So if nobody's told you today that they love you, please feel it from my heart. I do love you. And you are amazing. Don't forget that. You are an amazing person. You listen to me and don't listen to negative things of the world. We can make this a better world by just loving each other, being kind to each other, and sharing the good things. And that's what I'm trying to do, is share my good things. So until the next time, goodbye.